Hello everyone, I'm back again with another share of a soft cover junk journal I made for a swap for the Casa Azul Facebook group. I really took my time with this, even though I had a trip in between. It's supposed to be mailed out by today, so I wanted to do a quick video. I took a little extra time because I wanted to make charms and do a bunch of these cute little stuff. This is the dangle I made. Some stuff I had, some tchotchkes, some charms that I had in my stash. Some of it is Tim Holtz, some of it is fabric swatches and ribbon and paper. Just a little something to have on the edge. This is tapestry fabric that I had. The inside of this journal is in an Amazon brown squishy type of packaging. These here are I hung from the signature what is it called, pamphlet stitching that I did with this twine. All this was sewn, cut here, sewn. And this here was white, and I dyed it using I don't know what you call it. It's a dye that you buy on the store to dye fabric. And this here is a digital from Anna at Wonderland Crafts, I think it is. I'll link everybody that I recall. I remember who I used. I'll link them at the bottom in the description below. And a lot of these things were in my stash because if you didn't know, now you do. I'm a major Halloween fanatic, so I have a lot of Halloween. This is the fabric I used inside, so you can hear the squishy from the inside. I used some lace. I sewed it onto the dyed trim. This is also a digital that I found online. I think it was free, but I just really loved it because La Bruja. It looks like it's like a tarot card, but it kind of looks more like Loteria to me. So I thought I'd use it. I also outlined it with some trim. The trim was sewn onto the card, and then I just glued it onto this. This is also packaging like this in the background. What I did is I used a doily and the Tim Holtz sprays, the mica sprays, and just had it and did that background. It's there, and of course it's in the back. I made a pocket. I have something for here, and I must have taken it out. It's just a little something so the recipient knows that it's a pocket. So this is all part of that. I was hoping it wouldn't shed. It doesn't really. It's because it has a pearlesque. It's like they have pearl. I don't know, shimmer pearling on the sprays. So this is lace from my stash that I got from my mother. I added a little rata charm to this. And this here is watercolor paper. I sewed the lace to it. This is vintage music paper. And here is just some digitals that I got. I will link them below. This is from Red Lead Rubber Stamps. That's Edgar Allan Poe. This is a trim that I bought. This is purchased coffee dyed paper. And this is still another digital, another printable. This is also Red Lead. All the stamps I used on this journal are from Red Lead Rubber, and I will also link them below. This here is also digital I found online. This is more trim that I dyed. It's funny how different trims picked up the color differently. So this was like a beige color and it turned into a darker black than what this was. This was completely white. So, and this is another little charm I added. This is another digital. Actually, this is from a book that I purchased on Amazon, and I will try to link it below if it lets me. If not, I will at least give you the title of the book, so if you wanted to get it as well. This is a pocket that I used pages of a book, and actually the book that I used was Edgar Allan Poe. Let me grab it. I used pages from this book, Edgar Allan Poe, that I purchased, and so I just tore pages off of here. Just love the patina of this book. They're gold foiled, the pages. I bought two. I have two of these, so I was able to find two. One I'm keeping intact, and this one I'm using for parts. Here's another little tag. This is a paper clip that I had in my stash. I just embellished it, and so I don't take more time. I'll put that back later. Digitals. This is a die cut. This is a pocket I made out of ledger paper. I added this is I think it's Dollar Tree or Michael's. I don't know. I've had it in my stash for a while, and it had the wire edging right here. And what I did is I just tore off the edging and I just glued, sewed it onto the paper. And this is the Halloween card that I added on there with its envelope. So if she wants to use it, might be until next year because Halloween is tomorrow. And here's the little cat charm I added to it. Here's another digital that I think I got it online. I'll have to remember where I got that from and link it below. I cut it in the medallion style. I added this Tim Holtzy stuff, sewed it around, and then I added some of this webbing mesh. I don't know, everybody calls it different. Here's another pocket. And this is actually glued down. It's another, this is also part of the fabric that I used. See, here's this little guy. Cut him out. This is also an online digital that I found, online image. Here's another charm of a casita. Get it? Casita. Casa Azul, casita. Bueno, anyhow. Okay. And here's the other side of the ledger paper with the same little ribbon on there and another Halloween card. This here is part of the book, the one I just showed you, Edgar Allan Poe, and I had done some embossing on there. I don't know if you can see it, but it has skull embossing by Tim Holtz. I hope I was gonna ink it, but I decided not to because I'm not sure if the recipient, I know they're not into too much spooky stuff, so I was gonna ink it, and then when I found out it was who my partner was, I decided not to. So I figured, okay, if they want to ink it, they could just sponge it a little bit just to bring up the design, or they could keep it hidden as it is now. And then here's a tag. Keep calm and scary on. So fitting for this paper. And this is also some more background paper that I made using the sprays. I just love using those Tim Holtz sprays. It just adds such a pretty touch to your projects. And then here's another little envelope here with the little tag. And this isn't permanently set down. She can move it around or use it for something different. I don't like to make too many decisions when I make the journals because I don't know what the recipient's going to want to do. So then I start making it too much like my liking, and then I forget about the person that's actually going to get it. So anyhow, this is all stuff that she can remove. I know this is kind of like heebie-jeebies, but you know, she could gift it to somebody else if she doesn't feel like it's something that she would like. This is a treat bag that I glued down, made multiple pockets. This is again another piece of I think this is not from the same book. This is another book, but I kind of liked the little verbiage in there. It says dragon. It has some Halloween-y stuff in there. And I think this is a book that I've had for a couple of years that I got at Dollar Tree. That's another tag that I made using, this is, I don't know if you recognize it, but this is packaging from Tim Holtz. Here's the piece that I cut off at the top, but this is all Tim Holtz from a stencil. I keep my stencils in a different area, so I don't need the packaging, but I hold on to it, especially when it has all this goodness on there. And of course, it has writing all over the back, so I just put scrapbook paper on top. And I went ahead and I stitched it on the outside. More trim. This is actual amethyst. I don't know if she's just into crystals, but this is a really very nice healing stone, and it's called amethyst. I'll try to remember to either give her literature as to what the healing properties are of amethyst. If I remember, maybe I'll put it in here so that she can see. And this is the back of the other paper. Here's the other side of the witches. That was over here. Where is it? Where are the witchy poos? Oh, here we go. Here are the witches, and then here are the other set of the witches. Some tags that I got, some digital prints that I ordered and printed. Added some ribbon to it. This is another digital little booklet she could use for documenting. I just like the little witch. I made if you look at other videos, you'll see that I've used this digital kit for a few other projects. Just loved it. This is still part of those digital kits. On here is also a paper clip. There's another charm. Oh, and I made these too. These are little, I just put them onto the paper clips, but they were actually already purchased this way. I think I got them from Dollar Tree a couple of years ago. And this one is an envelope, and inside are a few little stamps from red lead rubber. Gosh, I don't know why I get tongue twisted with that. So I just added them on here. She can cut them out and put them in a little tag. And I'll put those back together. But this one has a charm, a little witchy poo, little cauldron. Oh, and this was on the other side clip to it. So another tag. And here's another little treat bag. In here, I added some digitals that I got from Anna's. And in here, this, I know it's not meant to have Dia de los Muertos in this project, but there is another swap coming that's due next month, and maybe she could use them towards that. So I just added little tabbies to it, so if she wants to use it there, she can. So these are just little goodies. I'm not gonna send candy, but she's gonna get some goodies. And on here, again, they said no blank pages, but this has print on them, so I'm hoping that doesn't count as a blank page. And here's the tags again, more tags from the digitals that I have purchased. And this is also part of the fabric. I used it as a little tab. And this has got bats in it, and I kind of made a bat out of the mesh. I don't know if you can tell if that's what it is, but I try to make a little bat out of the mesh. So this is red lead rubber again. I did some quick sewing around it, little squigglies, and attached it to the watercolor paper. This is also stamped from red lead rubber. And that is it, my dears. If you have any questions or wonder how I did stuff, go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and I will try to respond to you as soon as I can. Have a great day, everybody, and happy Halloween.